Well, I play Alex Torres. He is the boss of Night Industries 3000. He pretty much controls the SSC, the Satellite Surveillance Chamber, and he gives out the missions every week and makes sure that everybody's safe out there and understanding the importance of what we're doing for every mission and how it is to save the world. And it's a great role. I'm enjoying myself a lot. Well, my relationship with the rest of my crew is one of, I would look at it as a paternal thing. I mean, I care dearly about everyone in the crew, and I have to watch their back. I have to watch their six at every point, and I'm responsible for all of them. And sometimes we do have situations where their lives are at risk, and they're risking their lives for the rest of the nation. Save millions and sacrifice one. And so every episode we get challenged by that issue as much as I want to take care of everybody that's in my crew. Not yet. I think maybe there'll be an episode where there will be something like that, if not remotely, actually physically. We'll see how that turns out, but a lot of what I do is basically giving out missions and taking care of my people and making sure that everyone's being responsible with the equipment, the millions upon millions of dollars that is accessible to us in the technology that we use to solve crimes and to keep terrorists at bay. I actually do. I had the opportunity to come across some great video footage of a show that was on Discovery Channel called Weapons of the Future, and there I learned a lot about where we are at today in our military power in terms of the unmanned vehicles and the very focused anti-enemy weaponry and the missiles and the bullets and the things that we can do today that is a lot more safer. And I think the goal that seems to be quite apparent today and in the future is limit the amount of collateral damage and get exactly who we're going after, in terms of our enemies. So there's a lot of really cool things, like there's this great ship that I think it's a V-22 helicopter, which it transforms from a helicopter to a plane, and that in itself is quite a feat. And I know they started that project back in the late 90s, and in 2003 it started becoming a stronger, more real situation. And today, I believe in 2009 or 2010, that actual vehicle will be in service for the military, where it comes up, comes down, but once it's up, it takes off 500 miles an hour. I mean, that's the kind of thing that I feel is what Kit is for a show. I mean, he transforms into other vehicles, and the technology behind that and what it takes for that to happen, we're talking millions of dollars. And storyline-wise, my character deals a lot with the Department of Defense and Department of Homeland Security and other private organizations that help develop these kinds of weapon systems. So I did do a little research about the kind of technology behind making tomorrow's vehicles and what they can do between being in the water and coming out on the surface and taking out the enemy. It's stuff that's actually happening in the next 5 years in our technology. So it's kind of neat to see how this show brings the audience their imagination to expand on what the possibilities are our vehicles can do tomorrow, and it's actually happening right now, which is kind of neat. Yeah, it's exactly right. There were times where I read the script and I was like, okay, that's going to be neat if they can really pull that off. And there was knowing the kind of power that NBC and Universal and the producers of this show and their imagination, knowing what they can pull off. I have total faith that it's going to be exactly what they wanted from the page. I love the fact that all the writers are all young and have a good pulse on what's going on today in terms of what kids want to see. And we're in the video game generation where our imaginations that run wild every day, and as fast as you know, all these big corporations can basically download into our minds, you know, what we can do with equipment and you know, missions and all that stuff. These riders have that same pulse of what they want to give an audience every week. So it's a lot of fun, and I feel like it's a quasi video game sometimes. You know, when I read these scripts and when I'm actually working on these sets, and interestingly enough, like I said before, we're not that far from it in our real lives in terms of where we want to take our military equipment to and our state of the art. I mean, right now we could send people to space for a couple of $100,000, so that's kind of cool. You know? Yeah, I was. I loved the first Knight Rider, and as a kid, I grew up watching shows like that, and it's quite an honor to come on, you know, so many years later and do the new Knight Rider and be a part of that. So yeah, for sure, I'm completely stoked about that.